Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dapper Diary, where we help you discover timeless threads, quality you deserve, and of course, ways to stay dapper. Now, as much as I like heritage wear, rugged, really rugged boots and jackets, I must say, I sometimes do like some more upscale, more elegant apparel and footwear. Now, boat shoes are nice, sneakers are comfortable, and service boots, well, they're rugged. But sometimes you just want something that's a little bit more schmancy. And while I'm just not the biggest fan of dress shoes, I do like boots. And luckily, dress boots like this exist. Stay tuned. Alright, this is the wingtip boot in British tan from the Thursday Boot Company. And I know you're thinking, another Thursday boot item. Well, I'm on vacation and, I just don't have all of my stuff. So, deal with it. But anyways, this boot is just an amazing option for when you want something a little bit more fancy, more upscale for the summer season. And while I wouldn't say this boot is built to be summer friendly specifically, but this specific color makes it feel more summery. The broguing gives it an extra spice and gives it makes it more visually interesting. Now the bright tan of this boot also makes it feel lighter and more playful, very fitting for a summery vibe. But now let's take a closer look at this boot. Starting with the obvious, the broguing. I really liked brogue boots because it's something that sets it apart from other style of boots. It gives it a unique characteristic that your other boots just might not have. It also gives the eyes something more interesting to look at. It also dresses down the boot, making it a bit more playful. In terms of the leather, this is most likely a chrome tan leather. Now, chrome tanning isn't necessarily a bad thing, and it has its upsides. The biggest one being that it's quite a bit more supple and makes the break-in process a whole lot easier. This is a full grain leather, and that is the most important part. This will give it superior durability in the long run and will age better than non-full grain leathers. Now remember how I said this leather is very supple? I mean it's damn supple and very smooth to the touch. However, a big reason why it is so smooth is because there is some sort of a light finish on the leather. It's not a very heavy pigment that you might see in even cheaper boots, but there is a light coat of something that just gives it a subtle sheen, as you can see. Now, I'm sure that will wear off over time though, so it's not something I would worry too much about. However, leather selection may be a gamble, but that's always a risk when buying a full grain leather boot. What do I mean by that? I mean, as you can see, there is some sort of a loose grain. There is loose grain on the vamp area of my boot. Now, that doesn't take away from the durability or quality aspect of the leather. It's just purely cosmetic. It just looks a little bit ugly. But now let's talk about the construction of this boot. And this is where I'm just not the biggest fan of Thursday boots. Now this boot has a 360-degree Goodyear welt, as you can see, which is a good thing. However, it is what's on the inside that makes me go not but starting with the outsole. It has Thursday Boots' proprietary day-night style outsole. It's a good compromise between a minimalist sleekness and also decent grip. It also has a full leather heel block, which is nailed in. And above the outsole, it also has a full leather midsole, also great. Above that would be a cork filler that fills in the void from the Goodyear welt. Cork is a good material to use because it gives you some more shock absorption walking along and molding to the shape of your foot. Along with the cork is a steel shank that gives you better arch support. But here is where the issue lies. It has a fiberboard lasting board insole. And I'm just not a big fan of fiberboard. Why? Because it isn't as high quality and it just won't last as long as a leather insole. It'll crack earlier and just deteriorate a lot faster. But above the fiberboard is a layer of poron they call ortholite, something like that, that is topped with a very thin piece of glove leather lining. Now let's move on to price and value. It's $235 on their website. And thinking back, honestly, I can't even say I'm not a huge fan of the insides. I can't even give Thursday boots too much shit because, I mean, it's a $230 boot. And their sub $200 boots are built the same way. I can't be asking too much for a $200 boot. If I were to want a boot with the internal construction that I would prefer, which is a leather insole, cork, leather midsole, and then outsole, that's a $350 boot minimum. And given that this boot is a $200 boot with full grain leather, a full leather heel block, a full leather midsole, and cork filling, it's not bad at all. And it's also stupid comfortable. I'll give them that too. So I'd say that this boot has some very good value for the price. It's an amazing boot for those who are just getting into nicer footwear and don't really want to spend too much money because they don't really plan on wearing it too often. I just mean it's a boot for someone who wants something decent but doesn't want to break the bank. That's who this book. That's who this boot is for. Now let's talk about styling. How do you style a pair of boots like this? Well, let me tell you. I'll show you my favorite way of wearing them. Even though these are supposed to be a bit more dressy, I like to dress down even more and sort of make this supposedly dressy boot and pair it with a slightly more rugged outfit. I would wear these pair of boots with a dark green, almost a forest green, long sleeve button-up linen shirt. Pair that with a pair of sort of a light tan, beige color trousers, keeping the shirt untucked, and then pairing them with these very sexy boots. That's my favorite way of wearing it. Or you can swap out the linen trousers with a pair of light wash jeans. Light wash jeans, these boots, this shirt, or any button-up shirt for that matter, and that would be quite an amazing outfit, I think. And that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, please hit the like and subscribe button. It would really help my small channel. That's gonna be it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Stay dapper.